Hello everyone, boss and CEO here. I'm sorry, Manny with HIV and AIDS is here. I wanted to tell you guys the year it's been is one day after my birthday. I had an amazing birthday yesterday. The hospital had gained up, wished me happy birthday. I'm a lucky person, blessed. I just want to tell you guys a few things. Life been trying to take me out lately. From the accidents, the sicknesses and stuff, and then me finding out I had AIDS, HIV, summertime of this year, and I couldn't walk after the summer. Couldn't walk anymore. Listen, I am not the victim here. Yes, my ex gave me this and I didn't know. He hated a lot of things. But I'm not the victim because I had signs. I was so deep in love. But God is good. I now know. I'm taking my medication. The only thing is, medication is $4,000 a month. 4 stacks a month.
If you've been to the doctor and you've tested positive for HIV, AIDS, or herpes, an incurable STD, they should automatically be required to put you into a database that can be searched nationally by anybody so that they can know if the person they're dating or the person they're in a relationship with has HIV, AIDS. Because they make sex offenders register, right? Nationally. You can't even buy a house if you're a sex offender. You on my fucking Ring camera. My Ring app will show you sex offenders in the area. Insane. But you mean to tell me the government still hasn't come up with a protocol to put something in place where people with HIV, AIDS literally have to go into a database so that we can search it to see for ourselves? Are you really leaving it up to these people to tell their partners that they're HIV positive? Why do you think there's 20,000 new cases in Atlanta? Motherfuckers are not telling. And first of all, a lot of them are not getting tested. That's the problem. They don't even know they have it. They're just out here giving it away. But for the ones that do know they have it, they're not telling either. And that's really what's unfortunate, because hurt people. So now they want to hurt everybody else because they're hurt. So why the fuck isn't the government taking it more seriously? Why isn't there a database where people automatically go into it? They don't have to register like a sex offender. You have to register yourself. Fuck that. No, the doctor office or wherever you get your test from, they need to be registering the people automatically as soon as they test positive, because it's not going to go.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. But in any event, to answer her question, the reason that the government doesn't fucking do that is because that's a violation of your Fourth Amendment right. Now, for all the jackasses and the new Gen Z generation people that don't know shit about the Constitution, amendments, or anything of the sorts, which is why they fucking rights be getting violated, because they don't know shit and they don't read books, and none of them paid attention in civics classes. Let me just give you the rundown. The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects against unreasonable searches and seizures by requiring warrants to be based on probable causes and to specifically describe the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. It protects a people's privacy and their persons, house, papers, and effects from the government intrusion. And while it prohibits general warrants, there are exceptions that allow for searches without a warrant in certain circumstances, like they smell dead bodies. Now, why is that important? Because the HIPAA Act of 1996, and I think they did an act of 1975 or some shit like that, has been like reformed over the years, but it says the HIPAA Act of 1996. Now this has to deal with health specifically. or Health Insurance Portability and Accessibility Act is a federal law that provides health insurance access, portability, and renewability, but it is best known for mandating standards for privacy and security of protected health information. It requires health providers, health plans, and healthcare clearinghouses to protect patients' sensitive data, set standards for electronic healthcare transactions, require unique identifiers for individuals and entities and establishments, penalties for non-compliance. Now, basically what the fuck that means is, because you have a right to your Fourth Amendment, which is a right to privacy, right to protect from unlawful search and seizures. It's the same thing with healthcare, because you can commit a crime using bioweapons, aka your blood, sperm, yada yada yada. Now, the reason this generation, I believe, is going to be, they gonna pass some type of laws 50 years from now, motherfuckers is gonna be getting violated because they too stupid to read a book. The reason that they put that in play is because your personal health information should be kept private. You can have whatever, you have Ebola, that's not everybody's business. And she's like the newer generation, where they suffer from responsibility and accountability, and this is why the government shouldn't listen to, because she's trying to negate personal responsibility, talking about the person. That's why there's so many AIDS cases in Atlanta. No, it's so many AIDS cases in Atlanta because motherfuckers are irresponsibly fucking people without contraceptives. Now, they make condoms and I use them, and I'm 42 at this particular juncture of time, and people always ask me stupid shit like, oh, how are you 42 and you don't have kids? Well, one, the bitch was dating with serial killers, but for the ones that wasn't, I use contraceptives, right? IA condoms. When the fuck did that go out of style? But these they get so enthralled into a Jamarquavius or any other nigga that they give up the pussy without being in. Well, you know what? Let me just put this out here. They give up the pussy riggedy without being married. Now, I don't mind like you having sex, right? I'm not never gonna tell people they shouldn't be fucking. But if you're not married, you shouldn't be fucking raw, no matter how much. But they let their feelings and the emotions overwhelm them, get the best of them. And now they just giving Jamarquavius the pussy without a condom, right? He ain't put a ring on it the first, but you just let this nigga nut all up in you. Not only that, you know he don't make no money. He ain't got a fucking stock portfolio. He ain't got no savings account. And this nigga ain't a business owner. So why the fuck you would make him your baby is beyond me. And I fuck years on end, 4-5 years without a condom. The only women I went raw after the last committed relationship was women that was middle-aged that couldn't have children. When I was young and spry, I suited up every time I went in the coochie, because like, why the fuck I'm terrified of AIDS. I didn't want to get that shit. So you should be making a nigga wear a condom because you don't want to fucking die. That shouldn't even be an option. Now, nothing is actually absolute, and you can contract deadly diseases even with a condom, right? But in everything in life, there always are, right, the chance of risk or chance of nothing's absolute, nothing's foolproof. But for the most part, you can protect yourself at least 97% of the time. That's a goddamn good percentile of protecting yourself from STDs and or AIDS. And because the reason people have to register for a sex offenders registry is because when you become a felon, you lose those rights. Most people that are on a sex registry for SAing people or messing with minors, they're on there. Typically, those are felonious charges they got, right? And when you get a felony, you forfeit certain rights like privacy. Same thing with anything else, right? You might be up to some shit. You did some shady shit. You didn't already infringe on the public's trust. So we gotta infringe on your rights, which is why when motherfuckers go to prison, they get worked for little to no pay. They get uninhabitable living conditions because you're a prisoner and you ain't supposed to be comfortable and shit. But like, yeah, that's why they forfeit that. They have to sign a sex register because they've like committed offense against like the public. You lost that right. You can't make people Even if you think it's despicable for them to have HIV, you can't make them report some shit to the public. It ain't the public's business. It's personal. You know what I'm saying? If I got AIDS, I don't want everybody to know I got AIDS. And I'm not talking about me because I ain't got that shit. But yeah, if you have AIDS, you don't want everybody to know that shit. And you haven't violated any crime or violated any laws. So you shouldn't have to be subjected to that shit. Because if that was the case, what we're going to do is start subjecting people to a registry that got tuberculosis or that have hepatitis C or hepatitis B. I think one of them are contractual. I think it's hepatitis A and B. Yeah, what we're going to start doing? You got the common cold. We're gonna make you report when you infected or you got pneumonia. Like, come on, when does this stop? And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I believe that most of the younger generation is stupid, because they've deemed something cause-worthy. They are willing to actually forfeit their goddamn rights. Like I'm saying, 50 years from now, the Constitution won't mean shit because people are that. She ain't researched none of this. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, I'm old enough to know this type of shit. So, like, I know about the HIPAA Act of 1996 or the HIPAA Act of 1975. I know about the Fourth Amendment. These are like reasons why you shouldn't have to sign or be on a registry for having AIDS or HIV. And to this young woman, the only thing you can do is make niggas suit up and boot up. Right? That's how you protect yourself. And then if you want to go riggedy, you both go to the fucking clinic and you get tested. And then you fuck raw. I would have thought that was obvious. That's how we did it. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the clinic because when I messed with several women, that was just like, yo, I want to have sex without a condom. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And they're like, nah, not today. You got to go get a blood sample. You got to go get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go get tested, which I did. It came back negative, and now I can take the condom off, which I shouldn't have been doing because I didn't marry the bitch. And if she had got pregnant, never mind a disease, if she'd have got pregnant, you know what I'm saying? I'm contributing to having kids out of wedlock, and yeah, this is all types of crazy shit. So yeah, just do that. Like I told people younger than me, like I've had to tell my sister, stop putting the cart before the horse. Right? Get married, then have sex without a condom. That way you don't have the fucking headache. It's not that hard. People like starting to believe that the evolution of people is just motherfuckers being born with less chromosomes or something, because like common sense just seems to not be common. Like, never mind getting tested and then having sex raw. Nah, get on the registry. It's like, bitch, and then what the fuck you gonna do? And you know what? And I'm about to put this out there in the universe and watch this shit actually happens, because I already know what she's thinking. She's probably thinking, motherfuckers sign up on a registry, they go on an app, set up an account, put the person's name in, maybe the social security number, and see if they ass got HIV or herpes. And I just put that out there in the ethos, and mark my words, 20 years from now, that'll actually be an app. It'll be STD or diseasefree.com, and motherfuckers will download the app, put your name in it or your social security or whatever, right? And run a background check to see if your ass got AIDS. And it's like, what if you like the person, right? You even did that, you find out they got HIV AIDS, you still gonna fuck them. Now, not me, but you got to know it's gonna be some people that's still. So what's the point of the fucking app other than the invasion of privacy? See how it goes back to that? This is where the younger generation don't be using a lot of critical thinking skills, because I would have fucking thought that was obvious. It's still gonna go back to the invasion of privacy, which is not good in any instance for no reason. But I digress. In any event, if y'all find this video informative, educational, entertaining, I'm just here to drop knowledge or science, whatever you into. In any event, I'm out.